African Americans live sicker and die younger than any other ethnic group in the nation. Why would it be that your skin color would determine whether or not you got hypertension, diabetes, heart disease, cancer, stroke, how long you'd live?
Thank you for coming to share your memories with us.
We as African Americans go to funerals like we go to the supermarket, just that frequently. Death is a continuous event in our communities. It is not uncommon for a middle school age child to go to 1 or 2 funerals a week.
19, and he went into a diabetic coma.
It was real tough.
For a young black man to say, I'll be lucky if I live past 25, that's a common phrase.
When we are lost and sick at heart, we do remember that.
My father and my husband, both of them passed away at the age of 40. The 2 most important male images in your life, passing away at such a young age from cardiovascular-related illnesses. No way that this is coincidental.
I'm thankful for my life, my health, my strength.
I think African Americans have not really grasped that they have control over their health.
I thank you for my children. They've only brought joy to me.
We accept sugar runs in our family, diabetes runs in our family, high blood pressure runs in our family, obesity runs in our family. Knowing that is one thing. Doing something about that to reverse that generational trend is something completely different.
There's no pork in the collard greens, no pork in the string beans, no pork in the cake. But we do have pigtails and sauerkraut.
When we look at the consumption of comfort foods, or as we call it, soul food, this is a way of coping with stress.
Food is a constant in our culture, and that's how we express love, happiness, sadness, put food on the table.
Being a woman and being Black, there was just so little room for error. When I would walk into corporate America, people were instantly wondering if I was just there to fulfill a quota.
The best anesthesia that most people find are drugs and alcohol. In our family, it's food, but in most places, it's drug and alcohol.
You don't want to do drugs, and you don't want to drink, and you don't want to smoke, but you can eat a brownie. It's quick, and it's easy, and it temporarily makes you feel better.
We're weathering because of that stress that we live under, that's associated with racism and discrimination, and the behaviors that we engage in to help us cope.
The women in my family have died from obesity-related disorders.
I kind of pushed it out of my mind. Honestly, you don't want to go to a family gathering and just imagine people who were going to die because their body size.
It's scary. I had sleep apnea. At 23, I had high blood pressure. I was pre-diabetic. Poor quality food. It's a part of our lifestyle because it's what we have the easiest access to. That's what we saw our parents eat, that's what we see our friends eat, that's what's in our neighborhood.
When it comes to racial disparities in health, your zip code has a lot more to do with your health than your genetic code. You drive through any black community in this country and you'll see check cashing places, liquor stores. What you won't see are supermarkets that sell fresh fruits and vegetables.
Highway 676 destroyed our city. It had a tremendous impact on businesses, services, all those things it takes for a community to survive, and left the poor behind helpless.
African Americans are 79% more likely to live in neighborhoods that pose an environmental health threat than whites, where there are facilities that release pollution.
Communities that don't have access to quality health care.
Where there's industrial sites that have been abandoned.
Communities that don't have access to open space and parks where people can exercise. All sorts of environmental hazards, including crime.
We have been dying because we can't get the normal help.
We have an enormous amount of resilience and endurance to just contend with so much.
I got trust. Yes. Proud of me.
Every day I'm amazed. I say, wow, wow.
In this film, we'll meet people who have made change in their personal lives, who have transformed their communities, who have made changes through the policy process. Just as there's proof all around us that we have this cycle of death, there's also proof all around us that we can make change, that we can break that cycle.
My doctor turned me toward education, thank goodness, because so many of my family have suffered and died prematurely from these diseases. And thank goodness for this support group.
No community should be poisoned. In the fights that we wage, they are not sprints. These are marathons.
We can choose to live as opposed to accepting a fate of death as if there is nothing that we can do about it.